Hello everyone, I'm with another chapter of Amadeus Learning. This is the second chapter and request you to watch this video thoroughly from beginning till the end and then appear the question paper that is given through the link in the description box. That would that would help you to do some practice and practice thoroughly also repeatedly so that you can be an expert on this chapter. So we are learning today the timetable display. What is timetable display? Actually, this is the timetable of all the flights between 2 points from one that's the origin or the board point to the off point or to the arrival point or to the destination, and the entry is TN. TN stands for neutral timetable, or that's the random timetable, or we can say timetable neutral. It's not organized in a particular order, that's why it's called neutral timetable. Of course, to some extent you can see it's arranged in a sequence of their departure times, but it is generally called as the random timetable or the timetable neutral timetable, whatever you call. TN, say it's 12th of May, it's going from London to Frankfurt, and let me find all the flights which are operating from 12th of May till 19th of May. Actually, this timetable does not show for a single date only, rather it shows for the entire week starting from the date that is mentioned in your entry. So 12th of May, that's the date we have mentioned in our entry. So the time of all the flights that's showing that starting from 12th of May 2022 to 19th of May 2022. This is 22 now you are continuing with. So this is the neutral timetable, and you can find so many flights are operating. The first flight, that is Lufthansa 921, it is a daily flight. D stands for it's a daily flight, and it's Lufthansa. LH stands for Lufthansa Airlines, and option number 1 as Lufthansa Airlines. 921 is the flight number. It's a daily flight, London Heathrow Terminal 2. That is the departure airport, London Heathrow. We have put the city code London, LON, but it is taking the airport code because the flight should be departing from one airport with a particular terminal number, that is terminal number 2. That's the departure terminal, and it's arriving to Frankfurt terminal number 1. So you understand what is the meaning of this particular 1. It's the sequence number, that's 1, then the flight, that's of Lufthansa Airlines. 921 is the flight number. It's a daily flight from London Heathrow terminal number 2 going to Frankfurt terminal number 1, and the departure time, that is the local time of London. This departure time is the local time of London, and the arrival time is the local time of Frankfurt. Always these times are mentioned according to the local time of that city where it is departing from or arriving to. So departure time is according to the departure airport, and the arrival time is according to the arrival airport. And then this is 0. This 0 indicates that it's a non-stop flight. There is no hidden stop in between. That means this flight is not landing and taking off again at any intermediate point. This is a non-stop flight from London Heathrow terminal number 2, Frankfurt terminal number 1. And this is a non-stop flight, and this particular time schedule of this 6:30 to 9:05, this would be maintained starting from 19th of April 2022 till 16th of June 2022. So our time, which is our date range, which is 12th of May to 19th of May, is coming within this range. That's why the flight is figuring in our display, and this flight would be in 3 to N. That means it would be most probably an Airbus. This is the equipment code. You know how to decode the equipment code, DNE, and the equipment code. Equipment means the type of aircraft. So it's an Airbus, and it's taking total 1 hour and 35 minutes time. So probably you understood what is the meaning of all the different facts and figures in a particular line. And this display is for the entire week from 12th of May 2020 to 19th of May. The second flight is pretty much similar to the first one, but it is not a daily flight. It is departing on the day 4, 5, 6 and 7. 4 means Thursday, 5 means Friday, 6 Saturday, and 7 Sunday. 1 is Monday. So in this way, this is starting from Thursday till Sunday, all the days it's flying. It's not a daily flight. And again, you can find LH 923 is also flying on day 1, 2 and 3. But in these two flights, two different types of days, you can find the flight equipment is changed. When it is Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, the flight equipment is 3 to N. But when it is 1 to 3 means Monday, Tuesday and Wednesday, you can find the flight equipment is 3 to Q. So two different types of equipments are used used on the different days. Anyway, you can say 923 is a daily flight with two different types of aircrafts on the depending upon the days of the weeks. And you can see number 4, it's all LH 927. This is except 6 and 7 all the days of the weeks. Except, X stands for except 6 and 7, and that's except Saturday and Sunday all the days. That means it's starting from Monday till Friday this flight is operating, and it is not going from London Heathrow, rather it's going from London City Airport. The terminal is not decided, or I cannot say why it's not mentioned. And Frankfurt terminal number 1, that's the arrival terminal. And this particular flight is code share operated by Lufthansa City Line. CL means Lufthansa City Line. It's a code share operated flight. You see, this is a code share operated flight, means the seats of some of the seats of this particular flight are taken on a lease basis by this operating carrier, and they are operating carrier is Lufthansa City Line is the operating carrier, and some of the seats of the operating carrier are taken on a lease basis and sold by Lufthansa. So this is a kind of code share operation. Code share operation, you can see this particular airline LH is the marketing carrier or the selling carrier, whereas this carrier which is towards the left, that is the operating carrier. The crew would be from the operating carrier, the flight would be from operating carrier, but it is sold by the marketing carrier. So this is a kind of agreement that is called code share agreement, and it is going from London City to Frankfurt. Here time is 7:50 departure, 10:10 is the arrival time, and the equipment is E90, 1 hour 20 minutes time it is taken. And same London City Line flight is also code share operated by London City Line, Lufthansa City Line, and some of the seats are sold by NH6234. NH means All Nippon Airlines, flight number 6234, and it is also selling some of the seats from the same flight of Lufthansa City Line. And this particular flight is, divided by two parts, and one part is sold by Lufthansa, another part is sold by All Nippon Airlines. And here you can see Lufthansa City Line is the operating carrier, Lufthansa or NH All Nippon, they are the marketing carriers. But you can find there is a star mark here and there is a double dot mark here. When it is star mark, generally you can find one of these carrier is the subsidiary partner of the other one, but here it's not a subsidiary partnership, they are two different owners. Here you can find NH is completely different and Lufthansa City Line is completely different carrier. They do not have any kind of such kind of subsidiary partnership. And here All Nippon is taking on a lease basis some of the seats of Lufthansa City Line and selling these seats. And here Lufthansa is and Lufthansa City Line both are probably from the same organization. That's why you can find a star mark here. Okay, and here you see All Nippon and Lufthansa, they are two different organizations. That's why you can find a double dot here in the code share agreement. Here you can find this flight is only operating on Sunday, and this particular flight is operating all the days of the week except Sunday. So basically you can say NH6232 is the marketing carrier that is operating on all the days of the week with two different equipment codes. When it is Sunday, it's a 32N, but it's not Sunday, then it's a 32Q. So you understood what is the meaning of all the facts and figures in the screen. Probably we needed to explain once again. And let me take another example. Probably it will be pretty clear now. TN. Let me take it's 15th of June, Frankfurt to London. Pretty easy to make out all the pictures here. You can find here Lufthansa City Line. It's not a subsidiary partner of NH, but NH is doing the code share selling for Lufthansa City Line. But here Lufthansa and Lufthansa City Line, two subsidiary partners of each other, and it's a code share agreement again. And you can see here all the flights are non-stop flights. Not a single flight is taking any kind of stop in between. It's not a single flight is a not a single flight has any kind of a hidden stop in between. Let me put the modifier here at the end, fn stands for flight non-stop, and it will be giving exact same information. That means all the flights here showing are non-stop flights. But if I'm putting here fd means all the direct flights. Of course all the non-stop flights are direct flights, but generally this entry shows only those flights which are taking which are direct flights at a intermediate hopping point. That means they are landing and taking off at an intermediate point. Then you would be finding such kind of flights, and you can find none of the flights going from Frankfurt to London is a direct flight. That means it's a none of the flight is a hopping flight. All the flights are either non-stop, or you can find some of the flights are connecting flights. When it's a connecting flight, you can openly see, we can clearly see that the flight is not going directly from Frankfurt to London. You can see on the way it is what's it's landing and taking over to Luxembourg. And here in the second option you can find this is Frankfurt to Zurich and Zurich to London City. So you can find these are all connecting flights. All the connecting flights, 2 flights are there to reach at the destination from Frankfurt to London. So you understood what is the meaning of that FC, FN, FD, etc. FN means non-stop, FD means direct flights. Let me show you one example, probably it will be pretty clear. TN, say 15th of June, and it is from Dubai to Bangkok, and you can find all the flights here in this display are non-stop flight except this one. You can see this particular flight EK378. This is a flight going from Dubai terminal number 3 to Bangkok, and it is with a 1 indicator in this particular number of stops column. That means it's stopping on the way. So it's not a non-stop flight but a direct flight. It's going Dubai to Bangkok, but on the way it has got a hidden stop. If I'm putting that entry at the end like filter FD, you can find only particularly that flight EK378 is showing here, EK378, which is a direct flight but not a non-stop flight. It's stopping on the way. We can find where it is stopping, DOEK 378 on what is the date, say it's 15th of June. Can I find in this way? Yes, you can find here. It's going from Dubai at 3 a.m. coming to Phuket at 12:30, and again taking off from Phuket at 1400 hours and coming to Bangkok at 15:35. So at Phuket it is staying for 1 hour and 35 minutes. So sorry, 1 hour and 30 minutes. So in this way you can find this particular flight has a hidden stop in between. So that's a direct flight. It is a hopping flight. We are not changing the flight on the way, but it's not a non-stop flight. So we understand what is the meaning of a direct flight and what is a non-stop flight. Okay, so now if I'm putting a date like TN, and I do not have any particular date, I'm putting TN Bombay to Dubai, and you can find here today is 18th of February, and by default it is 18th of February taking. So when we are not putting any kind of date, or always it would be taking today's date. Today's date is 18th of February 2022. That's why it is taken as the beginning of the timetable display, and starting from 18th of February 1 week, that is till 25th of February, all the flights are shown here. You may not be finding all the flights in a single page, then you can go for more flights, that is MD, move down for the more pages. Again move down, some more flights should be there, move down. And suppose we are moving down and then we want to move up, you can move up, MU. MD means move down for the next page, MU for the previous page, MU. I can go to the first page like MT for move top, and MB for move bottom, means the last page. In this way we can find all the different flights. You can find somewhere the flights are with an indicator at the end like +1 or -1, something like that. You can see here this is option number 11 FZ, fly the way flight number 8104. It's departing at 22:45 and arriving 0045 +1 means the next day. If you find somewhere it's -1 means it's a previous day. Let me show you. Probably we can find some flights where the flight is arriving at the destination on a previous day. TN, say 12th of May, it's going from Hong Kong to Vancouver. sorry, not YV, TYVR, and you can find one of the flights, which is a Cathay Pacific CX888. It's a daily flight going from Hong Kong terminal number 1 to Vancouver terminal number M. It is departing just after the midnight, 45 minutes after the midnight on 12th of May. Then it would be arriving on 11th of May, that is previous day. -1 means it's a previous day. 21:35 means 9:35 a.m. sorry, p.m. 9:35 p.m. that is 21:35 hours. So if it is departing from Hong Kong on 12th of May, it would be arriving on 11th of May at the destination, because it's crossing the international date line. That's going from TC3 to TC1. That's why it's gaining a day on the way, and that's why it's arriving there on the previous day. And it is taking 11 hours and 50 minutes time, of course. So you understand what is the meaning of this +1 and the -1. Like here you see this particular flight is QR559. It is going from Bombay to Doha, and it is departing at 2300 hours, means at 11 p.m. and arriving there after midnight, 10 minutes after the midnight. So next day means it's +1. Understand what is meaning of +1 and what is the meaning of -1. Then let us put some particular, if I'm not putting any particular day, that means it would be taking automatically today's day. TN HKG YVR, that means it's taking TN HKG Hong Kong to YVR. It's taking automatically today's date, that is to 18th of February. Suppose I'm not putting any kind of departure city, I'm putting only one city, say YVR. That means it's Vancouver is the destination city. It is not the origin city, it is destination city by default. And what is the date? Date is today's date. And what is the origin city? The origin city I have not mentioned here. That means the origin city would be automatically the city where my office is located. My office is located, suppose, at Bangalore, so automatically it would be taking Bangalore as my origin. So it is, you see here, JL754 connecting to All Nippon Airlines 6814, and it is going from Bangalore to Narita, that is Tokyo, from Tokyo to Vancouver. So you can find here automatically the date is taken today's date, and the origin point or the boarding point is Bangalore. Vancouver is the destination point. So if I'm not putting any kind of origin point, TN, say I'm putting Bombay, so it is Bombay is the destination, and automatically Bangalore, that is my office location, that is taken by default origin city, and today's date is the by default date. If I'm putting TN, say 12th of June and Bombay, that means Bombay would be the destination, 12th of June would be the departure date. Of course, that is the starting of the timetable, and it would be till 1 week from the date of starting, and it is from Bangalore to Bombay, because I did not put any kind of origin point here. Let us put some modifiers like TN, say 12th of May, and it is from DEL to Bombay, Delhi to Bombay. I'm putting 0900. That means it would be showing all the flights which are actually departing from Delhi to Bombay for the week starting from 12th of May. Of course, it would be ending on 19th of May, because the display is for a week-long period. So 12th of May to 19th of May, all the flights from Delhi to Bombay, and the flights would be shown only which are departing after or around 9 a.m. 0900 means around and after. When we say around, means even the flights which are departing 1 hour before 9 a.m. that would be also shown here. So you can find here the flights here showing from 8 a.m. and all the flights later of that time. Not a flight before 8 a.m. is shown in this display. So this particular time is around and after. Let me put here another filter here. A means airlines. Say I want only UK, means only Vistara airline flights. You can see here all the flights are of Vistara Airlines UK. Not a flight from any other carrier like Air India is not there, SpiceJet is not there, all other carriers are not there. Only you can find Vistara Airline is there. All the flights are daily flights from Delhi to Bombay, and you can find none other than UK is coming in the marketing carrier. Sometimes you may find the operating carriers are from different airlines, but the marketing carrier is showing as we have asked in our entry. Let me put another entry, TN, say 30th of May, and it is from say Frankfurt to London, and I want only Lufthansa airline flight. So ALH, A means airlines, LH means Lufthansa. You can find Lufthansa is coming here, but you can find also the code share operating carriers maybe from different airlines, that is figured. And you can find here, you can move down, you can find here one airline from Air Brussels, SN is there, CL is there. All the operating carriers from different airlines may come, but the marketing carriers cannot be other than Lufthansa, because we have put the filter here ALH. Suppose I am putting a filter like here ALH comma IB, that means I may need to go by LH and Iberia also. I have taken both of the carriers, and you can find, move down, and you can find LH. I don't find Iberia. Maybe let me put not Iberia, maybe it's not operating KL. Okay, so Frankfurt to London, you can find Lufthansa is coming, KL is coming or not. Yes, some flights of KL are also coming. So I can put multiple airlines in my filter. KL is coming here. So suppose I am putting this particular filter ALHKL, in place of that I am putting A minus LH. That means I am going from Frankfurt to London, but I don't need Lufthansa. Minus means hyphen or dash. That means we do not want this particular airlines. We can take any other airline, but marketing carrier cannot be Lufthansa. I'm talking about only marketing carrier, not the operating carrier. You see here in my display, nowhere you can find Lufthansa as a marketing carrier. It's all Nippon NH, American Airlines, but you can find Lufthansa can be operating carrier. So when you are putting this particular entry, marketing carrier cannot be this particular airlines. Okay, let me put now A, say KL, and connecting via Amsterdam, AMS. So it's generally, this is X means it's connecting via, and you can find the connecting flight is AMS means Amsterdam. All the flights were going from Frankfurt to London on KLM Airlines, and they're connecting via Amsterdam. You can find Amsterdam everywhere. So it's like Frankfurt to Amsterdam, Amsterdam to London city. So in this way all the flights are arranged, so that is the connecting flight. And we can do MD, means we can move down. So move down means we are finding all the flights 30th of May, that was the display, 30th of May starting date, and 6th of June, that is 1 week starting from 30th of May. But if I am doing here MN means move next, it will be going for the next week. So the flights which are displayed from 30th of May till 6th of June would be now changed from 7th of June for the entire week. MN means move next week, MN move next. So you can find 7th June to 14th June, and you can do MN again, and now you can find 15th of June to 22nd June. So it is shifting 1 week later. If we do MY, move yester means move previous, so it would be going to previous week. Previously it was 15th June to 22nd June, now it's 7th to 14th of June. So MY, MN, you understand what is the meaning of all that. Then let me do what is that, suppose I'm putting TN 12th of May, DEL Bombay. You can find all the flights are neutral timetable. They are in a neutral timetable. They are not organized in a particular order. But if I am putting here the same entry, but in place of TN I am putting TD, that means all the flights are according to their departure time. So they are arranged according to their departure time, or the flights are arranged in a sequence of their earliest departure to latest departure. So TD basically arranging, it's organizing in an order, and this date is the departure date. If I am putting here TA means the flights are arranged according to their arrival time. So you see here the earliest arrival is at 1 a.m. in the morning at Bombay. For that you need to board the flight at 20 to 45 hours of the previous day. -1 means previous day. So these times are according to the arrival time, and all the flights are arranged in the sequence of their arrival time. TA stands for timetable according to arrival. This is the date of arrival, this is not the date of departure from Delhi to Bombay. And these are all the arrival dates: 12th of May 2022, 19th of May, that is the time period for the week for which the flights are displayed. You can see TE means timetable according to elapsed time, TE, say it's 12th of May, and it is Delhi to Bombay. You can find the flights are according to elapsed time, means according to the time consumed. But this is not a trustworthy entry. I have never seen this entry working perfectly. You can see the times are not organized or arranged according to their consumed time or elapsed time. It is not in a particular sequence, but this entry is existing. Okay, now we can put the entries in a smart way. We need not to put that entry once again. Suppose I want to change from this TE to TN, means timetable elapsed to timetable neutral. I can do TC, means timetable changed, TN means neutral timetable. So now it is changed from TE to TN. Now I want to change suppose TN to TD. I can do TC TD, means timetable changed to timetable according to departure. TC TA, timetable changed according to timetable of arrival. So you can see this is the way we can put the smart entries. Even we can put TC. I do not want to depart from Delhi, rather I want to depart from Kolkata to and want to go to Bombay. I can change the departure city like TC BOM. You can find travel, sorry, timetable changed with the boarding point changed to Kolkata, sorry, CCU means Kolkata. So I am changing the boarding point or the beginning point or the departure city to Kolkata, CCU. You see here, previously it was Delhi, now it is changed to CCU. Similarly, I can change the destination also. Suppose I do not want to go from Kolkata to Bombay, I want to go from Kolkata to Delhi. I can put in this way, TC / then DL. That means the destination will be changed from Bombay to Delhi. Destination or the arrival point, or you can say the off point, will be changed to Delhi. So now you can see the off point is changed to Delhi. So in this way we can use the smart entries. I can put like TC FC. I want only the connecting flights. TC/FC. It is giving only the connecting flights. Let me put only TC TN, say this is 13th of June and it is Bombay to Kolkata, and I want only the Vistara airline flight. I do not want any other airlines. So I can put a TC/A UK. UK is the code of Vistara Airlines, and you would be filtering out only the Vistara airline. You can see only Vistara airline is figuring in my display. Okay, suppose I am putting, this was my entry, and I want all the flights going via Delhi. I do not want a flight directly from Bombay to Kolkata. I can put like, not to put the entire entry once again, TC/XDL. That means it would be taking only the flights connecting via Delhi. You can find all the flights are Bombay, Delhi, and then Kolkata. It's not a direct flight from Bombay to Kolkata, it's connecting via Delhi. So these smart entries always would work perfectly. Then you can put another entry like, I do not want any particular airlines, rather I can take any airlines from a particular alliance group. You know what are the alliance group? GGALIANC. There are three different alliance group in the world. One is One World Alliance, and one is Star Alliance, one is the SkyTeam Alliance. Alliance group. So Star Alliance is the largest alliance group in the world. SkyTeam is the second biggest. One World is the third largest alliance group in the world. So many other alliance groups are there, but in Amadeus only 3 alliance groups are mapped. And you can see the airlines which are coming in a particular alliance group. GP, go to page, STA. You can find Star Alliance has so many airlines in this group. So it's starting from Aegean Airlines, Air Canada, Air China, etc. till United Airlines. If you put here GP, ONE, you can find all the One World carriers. These are the One World carriers, starting from American Airlines, Royal Air Morocco till Sri Lankan Airlines. But if you put GP, go to page SKY, SkyTeam, you can find such a huge list of airlines once again for this. And if I want only Star Airlines in my display, I can put TN, means neutral timetable. I can put Star A. A stands for Star Airlines Group. So Star A, and then I can put the date of travel, the timetable where it's starting, and 12th of May, suppose my starting date of the timetable, and it is say from Delhi to say Frankfurt. You can find all the flights which are coming here from the Star Airlines group, whether it's Lufthansa, Air India, Swiss Air, Lufthansa, again Turkish Airlines, all are from the Star Airlines group. A stands for Star Airlines. You see here Star Airlines is mentioned here at the top. And if I'm putting here in place of Star A, if I'm putting here O, then you will be finding it's one world carriers. So one world carriers are showing, like here Finnair, Qatar Airways, Royal Jordanian Airlines, all are coming from one world carrier. And you can see it's not a specific airline, but from that particular group. And if I'm putting here star S after TN, you can find all the flights should be from Sky Team, and the date of travel would be starting from 12th of May, and the flight should be from Delhi to Frankfurt. So this is the timetable, and you can find KLM is coming here, Air France is there, then SB Saudi Airline is there, and SU Aeroflot is also there. So these are the airlines you are finding here when you're putting a particular alliance group indicator. In this way, you came to the end of this particular chapter, timetable display. Hope you have enjoyed, and please repeat watching this video and then answer all the questions through the link provided in the description box. Thank you.